Hi, this is Luke Ziff from Crock Farm Auction, and I'm here with an exciting new discovery of American stoneware that we will be selling in our July 21st, 2018 Stoneware and Redware auction. It's a great example of J.B. Pfaltzgraff and Company, York, Pennsylvania, stoneware that was recently discovered in a collection in a family collection in the Chicago area. And it had descended, the family was originally from the York area. The famous Mengus family of Mengus Mill in York County, Pennsylvania, just outside the city. And you can see it's just a beautiful example of American stoneware, but it's also an important historic document as well. And what's exciting about being in our business is that all the time we get contacted with pieces of stoneware that nobody knew existed before. And it's great to be the first to introduce them to the public and to scholars as well. And this is one such example. So as you can see, it's decorated with a slip trail design. If you aren't familiar with stoneware decoration techniques, slip trail just means that the cobalt oxide was poured out of a slip cup. So it's decorated in a finer way than just brushed on. It's as if you know how you would decorate a cake or inscribe a cake. It's raised cobalt oxide poured onto the vessel. And stoneware decorators who are skilled in the slip trail technique could move their hand rather quickly and make a very precise decoration. And as you see here, there's a decoration of a federal eagle design on this crock. And what's cool is the Pfaltzgraff company, they were a very successful stoneware business. In fact, they eventually branched out into dinnerware, became the famous Pfaltzgraff company of York, Pennsylvania that lasted up until recent days. And because we're near York, Pennsylvania, we've handled a lot of Pfaltzgraff stoneware. And most of the pieces are fairly typical floral decorations. Occasionally you'll find a bird. They're very rare to have a bird, but very few exceptional examples. Most of them are actually held in museums, actually have figural designs, and very few of those have inscriptions as well. You know, I'm thinking of the very famous Lady Killer Crock, which might be the most famous of the Pfaltzgraff, surviving pieces of Pfaltzgraff stoneware. This example has a federal eagle, and you can see it was done very precisely with slip trail designs. All this feather detail, little dots in between. You can see the movement captured in the eagle. He's swooping down. It's a 6-gallon crock, so it's a very large canvas. But then the inscription in the banner that he's holding, very well executed. It says, "We are after you." And what's cool is just thinking, the federal eagle, the symbol of the United States of America. This piece was made, the J.B. Pfaltzgraff Company was in operation during the Civil War. So you can imagine that this was a patriotic sentiment, but even researching even further, if you know history of York, Pennsylvania during the Civil War, they were actually occupied by Confederate troops in 1863. Before the Battle of Gettysburg. They were actually the largest northern city occupied by Confederate troops. So this is actually a personal statement. It's not just a patriotic statement supporting the Union cause. It's very personal. Jubal Early and his troops occupied the city of York. It was just an insult to the town. You can imagine the Mengus family would have been very just violated in that moment. The Pfaltzgraff family, Pfaltzgraff potters, would feel violated as well. And that's so when the troops finally left, this is just an expression of anger towards the troops, but also of just knowing what would ultimately happen, that the United States of America, the Union troops, would eventually pursue and defeat the Confederate Army. It is just an outstanding example. It was always in the Mengus family up until present day. Nobody has ever offered it for public sale. We are the first ones to do so. It will sell. Actually, our gallery is located very close to York, Pennsylvania, about 30 minutes from York. And we're just thrilled to offer it on July 21st, 2018.